Hi guys, today's day 21. I am off the pills for 10 days as of today. Second time through that. Past couple of days have been pretty great. Felt really good. I went to a client's today and I'm usually there 3 hours. I was actually there 4 and I felt like I could keep going. So that's a really good thing. Okay, so I said I was going to make a video about my symptoms. And I'm trying to think back. A lot of these are from when I was young. Very, very young. Like I'll get to that. Some of these are from when I was really young. I'm just going to say them off. Maybe I'll explain something after. The past decade or so I've had brain stuff. Like inability to focus, poor memory, brain fog, irritability. That's actually been longer. That's been going on for quite some time. Unexplained sudden anger, that too. That's dizziness has only been about a decade. Depression, that's been ever since I was a teen. Crying spells. Well, I chalked that up to being a hormonal female. I guess we'll see. Persistent extreme fatigue, more so when I was going to the gym. Hyperactivity, didn't really take much to get me there. But yeah, it's odd how you can have one extreme and the other. I can see how people are getting diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Cravings for sweets, and when I was younger I would drink. I had cravings for alcohol, not to the point where I said I wasn't addicted to alcohol. I just really liked to be out and drinking with my friends. Insomnia, not all the time, just sometimes. I'll lay there and lay there and lay there and nothing will happen. Poor coordination happens once in a blue moon. It's not often. It's kind of scary when it does. And it's more recent, like within the last 6-8 months. The acid reflux has been ongoing for a long time. Bloating, that's constant. I swear I am constantly bloated, except for now. I mean, I'm chunky now. I'm not bloated. Flatulence. So farting is a sign of Candida overgrowth. I've had it my entire life then. Nausea, diarrhea, constipation, stomach cramps. Every time I eat, I get stomach cramps. Indigestion, once in a while. Burping or hiccuping after meals. Pretty much every meal. Mucus in the stool. Hemorrhoids. Acne, cysts, dermatitis, dry flaky skin and dandruff. Fungal infections of the nails and skin. Got the thrush, which is a more recent thing in the last 3 months since I quit smoking. I've noticed a lot of the mouth stuff since I quit smoking. The thrush, the metallic taste in my mouth, I attributed that to quitting smoking. I didn't know that that was a side effect of Candida overgrowth. A symptom. Halitosis. I don't know. I feel like my breath reeks. Like really badly. Bleeding gums I also thought was from quitting smoking because the blood can flow better now. I thought that that's what that was. It's every single time I brush my teeth, my gums bleed like crazy. Mucus in the throat. Not every day, but some days. Sore throat. Pretty much every day. Sinus congestion, hay fever symptoms. That only happened one time, and it was about a week after I quit smoking, and it went on for a month, and I was like, oh my god, do I actually have allergies? It's not even hay fever, it's not even that time of year. Sinusitis, asthma. I had asthma as a very small child. I do not remember having it. I was 2. From what I've been told, I was rushed to the hospital and died. Clearly that didn't last very long. But I don't remember any of it. So I was young enough that it didn't stick in the memory warehouse. But if asthma is a sign of Candida overgrowth, then my sister has it as well. Eye pain, itchy eyes, sensitivity to light, blurred vision, bags under the eyes, which you guys I'm sure have seen in all of my videos up to this point, that yes, I have those. Tinnitus or ringing in the ears, that's pretty constant. At least once a day, my ears would start to ring and sound check, and then I'd be like, oh, it's going to make me faint. It's going to make me, like, it made me dizzy. The ringing was so high-pitched and so loud that it actually threw off my equilibrium. Not cool. Ear infections, repeated ear infections, recurring yeast infections. So, oh yeah, recurring UTIs. So I would have a lot of these things that require antibiotics. Like the UTIs needed antibiotics. Bronchitis, oftentimes I would get antibiotics for that. But always, every single time, I would get a yeast infection as well. So there's more and more. It's like every single time. And that's going back to when I was like 13, 12, even younger, 10, 11. Didn't even know. Anyway, cystitis, which is inflammation of the bladder. Oh yeah. Not to mention, it looks like I'm pregnant. So I've got like the bloat in my gut, but then I've got the inflammation in my bladder. So I seriously looked like I was carrying twins. I'm not even exaggerating. PMS and menstrual irregularities. Yeah. I've never actually been diagnosed. As far as I remember, like I did go to the gynecologist, and he put me on Depo-Provera to stop my periods, and I do believe he did refer to it as endometriosis, but the same gynecologist put my sister under anesthesia to look inside of her and then remove hers. So I'm not sure why he decided not to go in and do the same to me. So that's why I'm kind of having memory issues. Like, did he actually diagnose me with that? I believe he did. And then he put me on Depo, and then I just bled for a year. That was fun. So yes, I'm fairly sure that I have endometriosis. My last cycle was amazing. It was like the easiest period I've ever had in my entire life. Fungal rash, recurring ringworm. I'd never heard of it. I got it once, and then I just kept on getting it. Frequent colds and flu. There was a year there where it was like one sickness after the other. I mentioned this in another video, an earlier video. I was like the flu, and then bronchitis, and then pneumonia, and then the flu again, and then bronchitis again. It was like immediate, and ear infections. It was like a string of illnesses that I just couldn't get healthy. I could not get better. Sensitivities to food, fragrances, and chemicals. I didn't know that what I was experiencing was sensitivities to food. And I know I don't like the smell of things, like fragrances and chemicals. I have a cleaning business and I do not use chemicals. I use all natural stuff because it's just too, I can't do it. It's too powerful. It feels like it's ripping my lungs to shreds. Inability to lose weight. That's a big one. I've been trying, but it's not happening. Water retention. I'm fairly certain that's common for me. But I haven't lost any weights or water retention, so eventually that will disappear, hopefully. Headaches, which are pretty constant. Chronic body pain and or joint pain. Muscle aches and stiffness. And I'm just trying to think if there were more. This was just one list that I started pulling things off of the internet. I think I pretty much touched base on all of it. The eye thing, the stringy eye stuff that just kept coming and coming and coming. Like, I could pull it out, and 5 seconds later I'd have to pull it out, and it's like I was creating webs with my eyes. I was Spider Girl. It was weird. Just a lot of strange things, and I could see how it's very hard to diagnose because so many of us have it differently. We all experience this differently. And sometimes there's even unique symptoms that not anyone else has, just you. And it could be, well, okay, as a doctor, it would be difficult to say, okay, I think you have this. They should just test for Candida overgrowth. They really should, if they could figure out how to do it and make it come out positive if it's positive and negative if it's negative. But apparently it's a $60 test for live blood tests, and I can't imagine they would just do that in the doctor's office. But I can see why people are getting treated for symptoms as opposed to getting treated for Candida overgrowth. It's a toughie. Because the list of symptoms is so long, and it fits into so many other categories. But I think that's exactly where fibromyalgia came from. Fibromyalgia is not even a thing. It's Candida overgrowth. I don't believe that there is such a thing as fibromyalgia. And I started getting symptoms of it myself. But my sister-in-law said the same thing. She's like, how am I being diagnosed with a disease that I don't believe actually exists? So, yeah, I guess I was really upset with my doctor for not even trying. He should have at least tried. He did not. But if I was a doctor, I don't think this would be an easy one to peg. It really wouldn't, because every human being is so different in this case, right? So yeah, I'm already seeing a little bit of this stuff get taken off my list. I should turn this into a checklist. I'm gonna do that. My phone's great for that. But there's like muscle aches and stiffness are slowly, sorry, my legs, my chronic pain, where did that go? Chronic body pain and joint pain. I guess that could be the, I didn't know what else to call it other than growing pains. I guess that could work. Should I just put it as its own? Its very own symptom. I will do that. So anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. I'm hoping that this video reaches some people. I'm not going to call it the cleanse. I'm just going to call it symptoms, because we're all different. And there's a long list of people posting videos on YouTube with Candida symptoms. So hopefully we can help somebody else figure out what they have going on, because it isn't fair that we have to do this and diagnose ourselves, but we gotta do what we gotta do. It's all about the self-love, and I'm just recently learning this. So from here on in, I'm not gonna take my health as nonchalantly as I used to. It's an important thing to take care of. And I appreciate everybody watching. I will keep you posted if anything changes, but the last few days have been kind of awesome. Other than, the stiff neck is still there, but I can live with a stiff neck if it's going to get rid of my Candida overgrowth. Alright guys, thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.